Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Let's start with a very scientific phenomenon to illustrate the power of moving forward in faith and the resistance that can be generated when we move forward, faithfully obeying Jesus. Last April 19, the miniature helicopter, or probably it looks like a drone, flew for the first time over the surface of Mars. The scientists were quite preoccupied that because of the low quantity of air on the surface of Mars, the small helicopter Ingenuity would not fly. It requires a resistance given by the air that this miniature helicopter can fly over the surface of Mars. Similarly, we have been given our faith is a gift of God. We don't just sit on it and look around and do nothing else. As James said, faith that has no effect, has no work, is nothing. So, if we call ourselves faithful, that means full of faith in Jesus, we will have to do something according to the commandment of the Father given to us by Jesus. We have to do something about our faith, demonstrate it, that it is effective, that it's powerful. In the first reading, we hear once again the account of how the disciples, obedient and moved by their conviction and their witnessing that Jesus, the risen Lord, Christ, the risen Lord, has power, that obedient to the teaching of Jesus to go out and proclaim the good news. They were moving all around, all over the place of the Mediterranean. We who are faithful, full of faith, should do the same. We should not just sit and look at others. Let the energy, let the passion, let the value, let the virtue of our belief in Jesus who overcame death, who rose from the dead, become that inner power that will transform us to really demonstrate how powerful is that faith. And in order to demonstrate that, we have to do the commandment of the Father, that is, to love one another. Faithfulness means being possessed, being overcome by the power of love. And it can be demonstrated by our increasing capacity, hopefully, to be more compassionate to those who are living in the margins of our existence. Faithfulness has to be demonstrated by our capacity to be compassionate to those who are suffering. And faithfulness means to understand that our suffering has meaning if we relate that to our fidelity to the risen Lord. So today, as we are moving forward to the feast of Pentecost, that means 50 days after the resurrection, after Easter, we should re-examine ourselves. Is our life motivated, powered, energized, and is our direction focused on that one thing alone? The call of the Father for us to demonstrate how faithful we are.